respond to a problem. Maybe we need to also put the financial director as the acting town clerk with that system, because he understands that he cannot operate without a chief. The engineers now understand you can't operate without this equipment, so we are buying them because we've been making engineers my acting chief. Town clerk, one of the finance director, to machinery, to motor, to excavator, front end loader, chakat. If you put the FD as the acting town clerk, maybe one of us for me to do finances, I need a what? A system. I don't understand. It's so basic and elemental, and people keep allowing us to repeat as if this is out of pain. But it's so simple. Negotiate a bridging ERP, put it in place, finish your tender process at the leisure. I'm happy now you have stopped trying to persuade me to fly the 10. How many people were there? The 8 or so people. They had increased. Local government had given us another one to help us to go to South Africa. I again refused because I said, what you're doing doesn't make sense. I'm saying I don't want anyone to go. You are saying ministry has given another person to go with. Does it make sense? It doesn't. So, that has stopped. I was then the chair of finance whispered into my ear and said, no, there is someone who has given up or what. But the long and short is no one is what? It's going. I'm very happy. Like Mchorowa Fanza, those people who wanted to go came to their what? To their senses. That we were not going to allow such a thing. So the people who are standing in the way of the ERP are going to soon come to their what? To their senses. And the solution, I was thinking overnight and saying, okay, why are we now buying equipment? Then I realized, the acting town clerks have been engineers, and if we had made the chamber secretary the acting town clerk, maybe we would have been buying law books and related to maybe Magaoni, my statutes and software and so forth and so forth. So maybe, but do we have to come to that? It's an essential tool of the trade for the finance department. So it has to be put in place sooner rather than later. Unless Mr. Acting Director Ksanga, am I wrong? I'm what? I'm 100% right. And I'm also 100% right that if you become the acting TC, you see. But to not funga outside the box, because sometimes inunzi tikasangana pachina zotanga kufungirana ndizvo kana kuti nyuzi tikasangana pauchi tinotanga kufunga, because I don't believe tingapererwa sterek nezvinhu zviri simple. So the other thing is the leakages. There are too many leakages around our systems. I believe that as council, we can fund our operations to a great extent. And I believe that most of our departments, except the social welfare and probably the health departments, can operate at a cost recovery, if not a surplus process. The Act is provisions on how you deal with a surplus initial. FD. Yes, it is. So you can get to a surplus point. So where are we getting our leases? We are not valuating quick enough. I don't know where that process is. Where is it? The revaluation? Is it done? Your what? There's going to be a presentation on that. There's always a presentation. Not today. Today. And the presentation will tell us that it's finished, or it's done, or it's being done. Okay. I'm yet to hear it. Then secondly, we need to have petty delivery. This Yokuti, we want my US, Panewan on swipe cards, Wachi swiper on behalf of other people, Toluza my US hire, Panewan wanenda, kundo collector kuma shops, Bobada is $5, Panewan wanenda, kuneta mamita readers, or reduce what needs to be reduced. Everything seems negotiable at the front office. And that's the problem of not computerizing our system. Because tikarambatine human interaction, it means that arbitrage and corruption are hidden, so we need to find a system and to reduce many of our systems to a computerized system as much as possible, so that we reduce the incidence of corruption and human interaction on these things. So I'm urging us to be able to deal with that. I hope there's a presentation again that addresses that issue. If there's not, then we need to be able to interact. Then we need to be innovative in our financing. We are still going around using all time. Okay, I'll finish just now. We need to get our taxis back to modern taxis. How do we get them to modern taxis? We suggested that we create a revenue authority the last time. HCT, is it there? It's there. Okay. When is it going to be implemented? And it? HR. Okay. So let's take it note. Just okay. What about our leases? The management of our leases? We've got a presentation on it. Okay. All right, I'll find the question. So lastly, what we need to do is to be able to also look at the conditions. I had a meeting with the revenue officers. The conditions of the office, where they are working, the tools of trade, the internet connectivity, and many other issues that are related to that. If we can be able to look into that so that those offices are spruced up, then there's a procurement is a function of finance, isn't it?
We recommended that they put on finance.
I don't even understand why it's on its own. Whatever the wisdom, but procurement is a function of finance in any setup, because you need money to what? To buy. And there's a disjuncture between procurement, finance, and our suppliers. And that separation, maybe it's in terms of the Procurement Act, has created a distortion in terms of what we order, what we pay for, and how we pay for it, and the sequencing. And that needs to be synchronized. I had a meeting with our top 10 suppliers, and they were mentioning that dissonance. They do something, they are not paid, then they hear that the very same thing that they did is being paid for another supplier. So that sequencing needs to be controlled. All of them, the 10 top suppliers that I was given, were complaining about that very same issue, that they don't understand. They are told there's no money to buy this. The next thing, the very item that they've been told there's no money to buy is being bought elsewhere. So that I don't complain. I would also want to thank all the time the finance department for the equipment that they purchased, which we were able to showcase the other day. For that, I think let's give them a round of applause. The FG, the town clerk, and the financial department, I think that's the kind of progress we want to see. Building things, building big buildings, power stations, and so forth. If we can continue on that trajectory. I was being asked by one senior government official yesterday, I won't mention names, where did you get the money to buy? And I said, we found it ourselves. And I was very proud to say that. So on that positive note, I thank you and welcome you to the workshop.